Welcome back to Ride JBI. This is JB. Today we finished up a 2023 Husqvarna FC350 suspension revalve. The stock WP XACT 48 air forks were replaced with the JBI Spec WP XACT 6500 cartridge drop-ins. These are revalved to our JBI suspension motocross spec. Details on this kit can be found at ridejbi.com. The product page on this kit tells you exactly what is in our JBI Spec WP XACT 6500 kit, what all that includes, and some good media images and videos detailing our development of this kit and its settings. The rear shock is a new generation. It's the 2023 WP Linkage shock. This is the generation 3. The first gen came out. The first generation came out in 2011. The second one came out in 2015 and a half on their factory edition models, and then this third gen came out on the 22 and a half factory edition models, and is now the OEM component for all 23 motocross and cross-country models. This shock was also revalved to the JBI suspension motocross spec. That way the forks and shocks are paired nicely in terms of how they feel and perform. As you also can see, a JBI suspension bladder kit was an upgrade to this build. Details on that can be found at ridejbi.com. We have a few other videos as well that explores the details and technicals of our JBI suspension bladder kit for this new 2023 WP Linkage shock. The Husqvarna motocross models feature slightly shorter suspension. So this JBI Spec XACT 6500 kit has been modified to the Husqvarna length, so that way these forks are still the same exact length as the OEM WP XACT 48 air forks that this bike came with. One way to tell on the rear shock is to look at the bumper cap. That is this red piece right here. And if you compare it to the KTM version, there's not nearly as much material above this hole. So this hole right here, my finger's covering, and the amount of material above it, that is a lot thinner on the KTM versions. And that's how you can tell which shock, or easily tell which shock is longer and which one is shorter, or which one is KTM versus which one is Husqvarna. Anyways, Ride JBI has tested, tuned, and developed many other settings types for all the different types of off-road riding, motocross, arena cross, supercross, and freestyle, and free riding. If you'd like Ride JBI to do your suspension, please give us a call or send us an email. We can discuss what your make and model bike that you have, what options are available, and which setup would be best for you. All JBI suspension services and parts can be found at ridejbi.com.